Love video games? The latest way to play from ASUS. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from ASUS is Senior Content Marketing Manager Whitson Gordon. Hi, Whitson.
Hey, how's it going, Fred?
Terrific. Well, the Republic of Gamers, I think it's ROG, Xbox Ally, is winning lots of fans, packing a lot of power into a handheld, really two hands. Give us the overview here.
Yeah, so the ROG Xbox Ally is kind of like if you took a gaming console or a gaming PC and you shrunk it down to a handheld size, right? You can bring all of the games you already own on PC, a lot of the games you own on Xbox with you, play them on the road, play them in bed, kind of play them anywhere you want to take them. And the cool thing is if your game supports it, which many do, you can sync your saves, so you kind of pick up right where you left off on your Xbox or PC on that handheld device and keep on playing.
Terrific. Well, tell us about some of the specs and features here.
Yeah, so we actually have two different models. We have the ROG Xbox Ally, which is the white version. That comes with an AMD Ryzen Z2A processor. That's a very power efficient chip. So you're going to get really good battery life out of that. Really good for kind of casual gamers. And then we have our premium model, the ROG Xbox Ally X, which features a more powerful chip inside. Again, from AMD, the Ryzen Z2 Extreme. It's got excellent performance. It's got some other bells and whistles, like some extra vibration motors in the triggers. So if you want that really immersive experience with really high levels of performance, you want to play all the latest and greatest games at the best frame rates, you're really an enthusiast, that's the model that you're going to want to get.
And this is also, and you alluded to this, a Windows computer. This is a true Windows PC, right?
It is, and one of the beauty of that is not only do you get all of the games that you might already own on Windows, but it supports all of these different stores too. So unlike a lot of consoles where you're locked into just the one digital store that comes with it, you can buy your games from Xbox, Steam, GOG, Epic, all of these different platforms that are on the PC. So you can hunt around for the best price. Any games you own on those other platforms are still playable. And then, if you're the kind of person that likes to get in there and mod your games or things like that, you can do that too. It's got the full power and flexibility of a Windows PC, but in this kind of tight little package. But of course, if you just want to pick up and play, have a more kind of console Xbox-like experience, it supports that too. It's kind of got the best of both worlds.
And there are some people who plug like docking stations in so they can use keyboards and mice, things,
Absolutely. I have
monitors.
seen people in the community that use this as their only PC that'll dock it when they get home with a mouse, keyboard, and monitor. And I've also seen people that kind of use it like a portable Xbox, right? So you play on the go, but you bring it home, dock it to a TV with an Xbox controller, and you can play your games in the living room just like you would on an Xbox or something like that. We see a lot of people in the community who like to make this kind of their one device to rule them all, which has been really cool to see the different ways that people can kind of make use of that flexibility.
What should people know about the storage and such that are available here?
Great question. So the ROG Xbox Ally comes with 512 gigs of storage, which is a good amount if you have a few games that you want to throw on there. The ROG Xbox Ally X comes with double that, a terabyte of storage. So if you're playing more games or larger games with more intense graphics, it'll fit a few more. But on both models, the storage is upgradable. So we have a micro SD card slot in the top. You can pop in any micro SD card that you might have hanging around, or you can go buy one at your local tech retailer. So you can install more games that way, or you could actually pop the device open with just a screwdriver and replace the storage drive yourself, just like you would on a laptop or a PC. And that'll get you more storage for your games too. So you have a few different choices on how you might want to expand it if you need more room for a large library of games.
So, what have you learned about the typical buyer? What have you seen there?
It's really interesting. We tried to make this device for everybody, right? For as wide an audience as possible. And we've seen that one of the audiences that it's become most popular with are people that are, starting to get a little bit busier in life. Maybe they're parents or they've got demanding jobs and they don't have as much time to game as maybe they used to. And they're finding that this is a really easy way to kind of pick up and play in those little moments of the day where maybe I got 20 minutes I can play here. Instead of sitting down on their couch and starting everything up, they can just grab this out of their bag and play a little round of whatever it is they want to play. But it's also, we're also made it for kids who maybe, don't want to have to share their TV with their siblings or want to be able to take their games on road trips with them and things like that. So it really is for everyone, but we've seen it become very popular with people who are having trouble finding time in the day to get their games in. It's been really useful for that, for myself as well.
If you are taking it on the road, what's the battery life like?
The battery life is good, so it does depend on what you're playing. If you got that ROG Xbox Ally, that white model, we designed that to be as battery efficient as possible. And so you can probably get anywhere between, I'm just going to kind of ballpark 3 to 6 hours out of it, depending on what you're playing. And the ROG Xbox Ally X, maybe a tiny bit less than that, but it really does. We give you the tools to kind of alter the amount of power that the device is using. So, say if you're playing a game and you're going to be on battery for a while, you can maybe turn down the power a little bit. Maybe the performance won't be quite as smooth, but it'll still be playable, and it might get you an extra hour of battery life. So you really have a lot of tools there to kind of customize the experience and make sure you're getting the most out of it as possible.
And in vehicles today, very common to have USB ports anyway that you can be plugged in, right?
Oh yeah, and on airplanes, and everyone's got portable battery packs that they can carry with them. So I have rarely found it to be that much of an issue for me myself personally.
Are there any limitations in terms of games or types of games that work really well here?
Well, one of the beauties of Windows is that it has the widest gaming library of any platform, right? Because not only do you have all of the games that came out this generation, but you've got all the games that came out last generation on Windows and the generation before that. I mean, I can go back and play games from my childhood on this that I was playing on a Windows PC in the 90s, right? That's one of the beauties of Windows. There are certain games where if you Xbox has a program called Play Anywhere, where if you buy a game that's marked Play Anywhere on Xbox, you'll be able to play it on PC as well, and vice versa. And that's really cool too. If you have an Xbox game that isn't Play Anywhere, there's still ways to play that. You can either stream it from Xbox Cloud Gaming, if you have a Game Pass subscription, or if you're in the house, you can stream it from your Xbox console to your Ally using Remote Play. And so you'll be able to do that. So we try to give you as many tools as possible to play as many games as humanly possible on this device.
And I think I've seen Game Pass included for a certain amount of time with
Yes, both devices come with 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Premium, which is great. You get access to hundreds of games right out of the gate that you can download and play locally, or you can stream them. That's a $45 value right out of the gate that you wouldn't necessarily have to spend on games. So it's kind of like knocking $45 off of that price right away. So really great value there. And I'm addicted to Game Pass. I can't give it up. And for those who don't know, it's kind of like the Netflix of video games is how a lot of people like to describe it. You subscribe for a monthly fee and you get access to 100 games that you can play anytime.
and everybody knows that Windows is updating. It seems like all the time. Is the same true for the handheld here?
Yeah, I mean, so we try to make updates as easy as possible, right? You don't necessarily have to go into Windows updates and check for stuff. You'll get a notification if updates are available. But one of the things that we're trying to do is constantly make it better, right? We didn't just release the device and now we're done with it. We want to constantly be adding new features, making it even easier for people to play. We have a number of things in the pipeline that are coming out that are going to make it a bit more pick up and play, so you don't have to tweak settings to get the right experience. It'll just run well out of the gate. We're trying to, in a few months, we'll be releasing some updates to the docking experience, so it'll be even easier to dock it to a TV or monitor, like we talked about earlier. We've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline, and we're always trying to make it better and easier to play and more of a value for gamers.
And for the docking, is that mostly third-party hardware now, or are you in that business as well?
There is third-party hardware, but we actually have a few different docking solutions that we offer. We offer a product called the ROG Bulwark Dock. That's a simple stand that you can stand the Ally on, plug it into the back, and you have access to a few more USB ports if you want to plug in some controllers or a mouse and keyboard. You've got HDMI out, you've got Ethernet out, so you have a more reliable internet connection, things like that. We also offer a product called the XG Mobile, which is a little bit bigger. You get all of that, those expanded ports and stuff, but it also has its own graphics processor in it, super powerful graphics processor. So if you plug it into that, hook it up to a TV, you can play your games, at 4K on the TV instead of relying on just the chip in the portable device. And so that's a really unique solution as well for people who want to dock it to a larger screen.
That's really wild. So for folks who are considering this for themselves or as a gift for somebody, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Tell us about pricing and availability.
Yes, so the ROG Xbox Ally is currently available for $599. The ROG Xbox Ally X is $999. And you can grab both of them at Best Buy in the US here, but the ROG Xbox Ally is also going to be available at some other retailers like Amazon and things like that. So shop around and see what you find.
And for more info, the best place to go?
Check out rog.asus.com.
Terrific. Whitson Gordon, thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you for having me, Fred.